restarted this. 1 second. Okay. Does it sound better now? I had to unplug the camera. Okay, so I had to unplug the camera to try to get it to prioritize this microphone because I think I accidentally didn't plug this one in time. Yeah, okay, they're good. Too quiet? Is that better? So yeah, I did that. Wow. Alrighty. Woke up around 11. It's 3 now. Still haven't had breakfast or anything. Cool. All right, so we're gonna get into this Mesozoic live stream. So we have some big announcements. So first up, I'll do just like a little progress report, and I have an announcement with that. Then I have an update on some of the figures that I've gotten that you guys haven't seen. Actually, I'll do that after we do like a small discussion about some of the stuff I've already released. There's gonna be some more stuff coming out this week. But I also have some questions to ask you guys, what you guys prefer to see from now on. And then we'll just move into the Q&A. The Q&A. Jesus. Can't speak. So, I think it's 3 or 4 now. So for progress report on Mesozoic, everything's going really well, actually. We got a lot done. And at this stage, I'm fairly confident that I know almost the whole structure of exactly how the show's going to end up, because I've been rewriting it, obviously. So I'm like right around the corner from having like the whole thing done, so I can like finalize the script. So it's really loud. Load. You told me it's quiet. That's why I have it here. Okay. I'm just gonna move it back to where it was. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. UK gets that stuff a lot quicker. Oh, it's nice to see you. You're here, Cesar. Oh, I don't know. So anyways, yeah, so I've gotten a lot done. We're right around the corner from getting like the whole thing, and I can start to reveal some more stuff. Fair enough. It's very nice to see you. And okay. Yeah, so sorry, I gotta stop looking at the chat. Anyways, it's right around the corner, so we're really right there. Now, also, there's a huge announcement in terms of actual filming, because I was supposed to be filming on the 23rd. That was supposed to be my first filming date, but we found out that my filming location in the Rockies is under renovation. So I can't film until the 22nd of June. So it puts me back like a month, or literally a month. But that's not going to like delay the show. I'm just going to have to do other things before I film. And it works out anyways, because it turns out the snow hasn't melted yet. So I would have to wait anyways. So hopefully by June 22nd, all the snow will be gone. Then it'll be perfect for filming. So we're just going to be like filming in the heart of summer instead of the beginning, which is fine. Not that big of a delay for the whole show. It's not even going to delay the show. It'll just be a delay in terms of production. So that's the big bump in the road right now. Other than that, everything's going good. So that's just my progress report on Mesozoic for now. Now, let's just do a quick little discussion about the other stuff. We haven't released anything today, but I'm going to do 2 more releases for some more formulated species. I know you guys are probably getting sick of those at this point because they're not like pictures or anything exciting. But people who like lore can dig into it and stuff like that. But I'm going to do 2 more of those because I still have some more. And it just makes it easy on me so I can put more hours into working on Mesozoic rather than the teasers for Mesozoic. So last time we got Ultimus, which means final, and we got another mystery or top secret one. And I'm not going to really read through those. I did it before, but you guys see those on the Dino Nation Facebook page, or not Dino Nation Discord, and you guys can see it on the Kikizilla one, or no, the Mesozoic official Facebook page, which are both linked in the description. So if you guys want to see those, go ahead and check those out. I hope you guys liked those. One sec. My mouth is getting a little dry. It's been hot out. And so that's what came out then. But I also wanted to ask you guys, what would you guys like to see for the upcoming teasers for Mesozoic Isle? I had a couple ideas I could pitch to you guys to see what you guys really want most. I was thinking we could do some more pictures, teasing actual plots, less of like just generic characters and stuff like that, but maybe teasing literal plot lines that actually happen in the show. Or we could do pictures, what is it? Dang, what was the other one? I know I have 3 of them, but I'll just go to the other one. The other one, the big one that I was thinking was we could do like either like chat messages between individuals that are like leaked, or we could do a report that is leaked from actual surveillance agents on Mesozoic Isle who are leaking these things, or their content is being leaked and showing you certain things that either happened before Mesozoic Isle, separately from Mesozoic Isle, like season 1 is the story, or leads up to season 1. So it's all like kind of like intertwining itself into the plot and kind of giving you guys teasers and almost kind of starting to tell the story of what happens in Mesozoic Isle season 1. So yeah, I could do like more teasers, like with pictures and stuff like that. I could. The other one was I could release like synopsis, like of each character's plot lines. Okay, gotcha. See you, Cesar. So you could like get, you know, those synopsis, like telling you guys what kind of stories you're gonna get for each character, summed up. Those are my kind of ideas for right now, because I'm not gonna have any footage to show you guys. Those are the big things that I'm looking to, you know, kind of like fill the gap before actual footage stuff starts coming out, which needs to happen after I start filming, obviously. So the only big delay in terms of stuff for Mesozoic Isle that this production thing is being delayed is you guys won't get to see footage as soon as you would have. But that's it. So what would you guys prefer? People can get upset. If you do it correctly, Ravenous Raptor, then people can really enjoy it. It's all up to you, really. It's the way you do it. But yeah. Anyways, we can start moving on to the figures I got from Mesozoic Isle. Or the new stuff that you guys haven't seen yet. But I also did want to kind of just drop in a little announcement that very soon, very, very soon, a big community thing will be kickstarted. I myself and a couple other individuals in the community are putting together a team to make a very, very cool new part of this community, which is going to be really cool. I'm just going to kind of tease it, but not going to tell you guys what it is yet. But to the people that are here, Troll is at graduation. I gotcha. I hope he's enjoying that. So that's the teaser. Anyways, other stuff. This is one of the things I got from Mesozoic Isle recently. Got this microphone. It has an arm stand, which is on the desk. It's got a snowball mic and a pop filter. Now this microphone is brand new, very good quality. I'm not going to be filming or recording anything in here. There's too much background noise. You can probably hear the fan and the water. But I have another room I'll be doing it in. And so we're going to be using this mic for the narration. This is what we're going to be filming. And Mandate will be just using this. This is pretty much just for that, but it has other benefits like this. The stream can have better audio quality, but other than that, this is pretty much just for Mesozoic. Then I got that from Amazon.com for about $75. Pretty good kit. Then the other thing I got was this Schleich Stegosaurus. I got another Schleich toy. Yay! One of the few other Schleich stuff that I find actually quality. So yeah, this is a Stegosaurus. You will get to see this inside season 1 of Mesozoic. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It actually plays a female Stegosaurus, which is pretty cool. Then we have another order I got, which was from SafariLTD.com. I'm gonna save that question for the end. I'll get back to you, Ravenous Raptor. The other things I got from SafariLTD.com was the Gomphotherium, or not Gomphotherium, Ambelodon, which is, or Ambulodon, however you say it. This guy was on sale, and some of you guys know that I am doing a Cenozoic Isle eventually. That'll be one of my series that I'll be doing. And so this is just like some preparation for that, but it was on sale, so might as well get it while it's on sale. Then we also had another thing but this one's for Paleozoic Isle. Where'd it go? I got 2 more tubes from SafariLTD.com. I got the Feathered Dinosaurs tube. This is for season 1 of Mesozoic Isle, season 2, maybe even season 3, but definitely a lot of the things in this will be used. Very, very fun stuff. This is a very cool tube. I like this tube a lot. Then we also have this Cambrian Life Tube, which will be used for Paleozoic Isle, which is another series I've confirmed to occur after the 3 seasons of Mesozoic Isle are done and up. But yeah, Paleozoic Isle, I just got this little because it was on sale. So might as well get stuff while it's cheap, right? Then I got this Allosaurus. I love Allosaurus. Allosaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs. It's a very underrated animal, and there's very, 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 very few good figures of Allosaurus out there. So I grabbed this one, and also kind of just drops a little incentive in my head. It drops a little incentive. Maybe if they see some more money being spent on Allosaurus, it'll promote or get them to make an Allosaurus of 2019. I really want them to make an Allosaurus for 2019, a new updated one. But yeah, this one will be in season 1 because it just fills a role that I needed it to. You'll get to that in season 1. So all this stuff is for Mesozoic Isle or Prehistoric Archipelago, the series. Another thing I got was the Vegaceratops, or Vagaceratops, however you say it. And it will also be in Mesozoic Isle season 1, so you'll get to see this one as well. Then, I believe this is the last one. Yep, this is the last thing. I got the Gripposaurus, which you will also see in season 1. So, yeah, there's that. Gripposaurus. This is a wonderful figure. I absolutely adore this thing. The scale detail on it is amazing. I love the colors. I don't know if you can see that. But it doesn't come up on camera very well, but in person, this thing blows you away. That's not a Nineosaurus. It's not a Nineosaurus. It's a Vegaceratops or Vagaceratops, however you say it. Okay, so that's just the new stuff. I don't have an unboxing for you guys today, unfortunately. I don't need my headset. But I do have that stuff. So let's just go ahead and move into those questions. Okay, so I see your question, King Egyptic, because I'll get to that here in 1 second. Let me go ahead and get to Ravenous Raptor's question that I missed earlier. Kiki, how do you develop a character that is known for, like, one thing and seems like it was just thrown in? Oh, known for, like it just did one thing? if you could elaborate a little bit, like, what are you trying to do with the character? Like, I get what you mean. Like, it just did one thing, and it just feels like you just threw it in there. And what do you want to, like, develop it further? Do you want to make it a main character? Like, what are you intending on doing with it? And then I can answer your question better. Will there be mammals on Mesozoic Isle during season 1? There are Gorgonopsians on it, which are from Paleozoic. And so could there be any Cenozoic mammals on the island at that time? That is an excellent question. Fantastic question. The answer to that is maybe. I do have a big line of, or I do have the actual, or no, I should say no, but there may be some on the island at that time, if that's what you're trying to say. There's not going to be any scene in season 1 because there's not that big, but like not big of a plot. But there probably is like a couple smaller species. I haven't like really explored that yet. That's one of the few areas of the lore that I haven't explored yet, is whether or not there's any small ones that have been made and put onto Mesozoic Isle, like they've done for the Paleozoic creatures. Now, I'll kind of go into this a little bit. So at this time in season 1, Mesozoic Isle is one of the islands in the natural chain of islands that is Prehistoric Archipelago. So they're using Mesozoic Isle as that harbor for where they have all the animals. That's why they put Paleozoic creatures in there and some Cenozoic creatures. Very few, though. So eventually, though, they actually make their own synthetic islands off the coast of Mesozoic Isle, which are now added to the Prehistoric Archipelago, but they are man-made islands. They were never real in the first place. And when they make these, they are called, respectively, Cenozoic and Paleozoic Isle. So when Cenozoic Isle is made, which was made first, they started breeding, or not breeding, well, breeding and making, they made them first, these Cenozoic creatures and putting them there. And then they took any Cenozoic creatures they had on Mesozoic Isle and take them off, and they put them on Cenozoic Isle. Then same thing with Paleozoic Isle. All the Paleozoic creatures get removed from Mesozoic Isle and get put onto Paleozoic Isle. Like, for example, Dimetrodons. We already know Dimetrodons, and like you said, and I'm really happy you remember that. You remember stuff well, King Egypticus. The Gorgonopsians are on it. So those guys all get moved onto Paleozoic Isle once it's created, but it's not yet. So that was a really good question, though. I mean, like, it became the main character's mate, and it did like nothing else. That's fine. If you don't intend for it to be any major part, that is fine. I have many characters in Mesozoic Isle season 1, and I think if I remember correctly, last time I checked, there are 45 named characters, like that are verbally named inside the series of season 1. Just season 1. There are 45 named characters. There are so many other characters that show up in it, but aren't verbally named. They all, like, a bunch of them have names, and you'll get to see that through the Mesozoic or the Prehistoric Archipelago website. Once that is up, it will actually have that stuff on the pages. Like for characters like the Griposaurus will have its name posted on there. It already has a name. A bunch of characters already have names, but they're not set inside the series or the season because it's not necessary, or they don't want to be revealed yet, or they'll be held for a different season or something like that. Whatever various reason, there's so many different reasons, but there's a lot, and a lot of characters I introduce with names for specific reasons. I try to avoid naming characters and trying to set them up as something you would think would be big if they're not. If it's a mate, I would say it's not really that big of a deal if that's all they were meant to do. If they just do one thing and that's all they really were meant to do, then okay. But if you intend on them being bigger, then develop them. I hope I'm answering your question. I'm a little rough on how to answer that. I have been making a non-canon DI spinoff that focuses on a smaller island, unexplored island, or a smaller island, unexplored island, and characters. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. So pretty much like Spiny in DI season 2. Spiny. I don't remember too many of these like weird characters. But I'm sure it's similar. Actually, Gibson, Cameron, and I talked recently, and Patty came up, the Patasaurus. I know that one. It's actually a Pop-Tart. But that one in particular, Patty, is kind of similar. She has a very small role. Doesn't do very much, but she's named. I think all of mine have a little bit of bigger role. Or not, maybe not a role, but they have more of a like a purpose. Because in terms of role, it's like what role they play in the story and stuff like that. I guess they do play a certain role for the viewers. Like certain characters are in there and named. They don't really do anything for the plot in Mesozoic Isle Season 1, but they're there to educate you on a certain dinosaur. They're there to educate you on a certain status of certain types of niches or niches and areas of living in this environment. Just kind of give you another perspective or to teach you something. What was this? My laptop went MIA. Been wanting to put up a bit for a few days. No, I can't. Oh, well. Oh, sorry. Don't know where it is, huh? Okay. Redsail's father, Spiny, who wasn't officially named in the show. Oh. Got you. Yeah. So that's a lot of characters are like that. Yeah. They have like certain things like that, and certain characters I might even let fans name them if they don't have a name. I might exclude a couple characters for people to name them on their own. There are a lot of characters that just don't really serve much of a purpose. They just either disappear. There are a few characters that show up and come back to another season, but they're not named in this season because they're not relevant and they don't need to be named. There are a couple characters that it'd probably be debatable whether or not I should actually verbally announce their name, depending on how much they, or because of how much they actually play a role in the film or the show. I have one on the top of my head right now, but I'm not going to say who it is because that would be bad. I'll definitely try to get around to it. Some stupid sketch show guy. That's his name, guys. Not being rude. But yeah, I'll try to get around to it. That's that. We're closing in on the stuff now. I'm actually getting really excited. Very soon, I hope to be making a digital version of the Mesozoic Isle map. You guys can see that. So you guys can actually see that. I'm going to make it very rough because I have a lot of plans with that map or the island. And so it's like if I ever need to make changes for certain things, I'm going to leave it kind of vague. So the map will be a little simplistic on purpose. So I have room to improve and change it a little bit later. But it will be very similar to that. Where? Oh. Yeah, that's one of the things that might change, but that's not a frowny face. I see what you're talking about. Those are two giant lakes, and that's a ravine. It's just the way I drew it, but that ravine might end up changing, actually, because I feel like it's a little simplistic. The way it moves doesn't really... like the curvature of it doesn't really make sense for a ravine, so that'll probably change. But this island is actually has a lot of science put into it too, the way it's designed. So it's pretty cool. I'm really proud to show this one off eventually. I want it to be a main character, but it seems thrown in. How do I make people like her? Characters don't need to be a big thing when they're first introduced. If you're like doing a separate season or something like that, is it? Or here, is it a separate season or is it like the same season that they're introduced? So Mesozoic Isle is your dinosaur toy mockumentary. Yeah, it is a mockumentary. It's very story driven. It's got a very story driven plot and drive, but I definitely want to incorporate a lot of more educational stuff than I had in the original version, and that's what I've been trying to do in redesigning it. So that's one of the things that'll be kind of different. Gibson DI, Camo DIR, Dino Man, Yakana Island. Hiki Meso Island. Yes, exactly. Exactly. DI, DIR, YI, and MI. Exactly. So Ravenous Raptor, what is it? Is it in the same season or is it a different season? There's no more questions, guys? Oh, excuse me. Or bless, not bless me. Excuse me. I think that'll be good. King Kaiju easily not nuclear. What is name and species of your pet fish in the background? Oh, that is Rocket. That's his name, and he is a iridescent shark. That's the common name for it, but in the wild they're known as Mekong catfish. They are extremely large animals in the wild. In captivity, they can get 3 to 6 feet long. We're going to be getting a bigger cage for all these guys in there. He was a rescue, so that's why he right now about 10 inches long. Yeah, he's about 10 inches long right now, but they're extremely fast. They're known as tank busters, so I don't want to put him in a fish tank when he gets bigger because they can actually break it like a torpedo. I've had him probably about 4 or 5 months. And he was probably like maybe 3/5 of that size. It's not growing too fast right now, but they get a growth spurt. But they're really cool because they swim. They're extremely active catfish. They are really cool. They swim like a shark, which gives them their common name, iridescent shark, because when they're young, they have this iridescence like blue to them, which he still has, but they get really black when they're adults, and they look like bull sharks, but in freshwater. And they're huge schooling fish. I had another one with him, but unfortunately, one of my Oscar that's in there, he's kind of at the back right now. It's kind of murky because they've been stirring everything up. But the other one bit him, and he ended up getting really stressed out and flew around the tank and hurt himself a bunch and ended up dying. I moved him into the other smaller tank just to try to heal, but he didn't make it. Bull sharks can be in freshwater, yeah, but they're not as efficient or common and in freshwater. They're still saltwater fish. Can we see him up close? I don't really want to right now, just because he's been really spooked. The other day, he freaked out about something. I don't know what it was still, and he actually busted the tank top, and he flew out, hit the ground behind the tank. I had to pick him up. He stabbed me with his because catfish have barbs. He has a barb on the top fin, the side fins, and so I got stabbed and I grabbed him, but I just put him back in the tank. He's fine. They're tough fish, but I was worried he was going to die. But yeah, so now at night I put heavy things on the top of the tank, so just in case if I'm not, I'm pretty sure he'd wake me up. It was freaking loud, but Yeah, he pierced me pretty deep. It was right here. It hurt. It almost felt like a sting, like it almost had venom in it or something like that, because it like hurt on the inside. It was like continuous, but they don't have venom. It's nothing like that. It's just barb. So yeah, I don't really want to scare him right now because I don't know how he's gonna react. Yes, fish facts with me. Do you guys have any input on that thing I told you guys earlier? No, they don't have venom. I've never heard of a shark or a freshwater fish that has venom. I don't think. I know there's a venomous saltwater fish, but never heard of a catfish having venom, especially. Do all of your Kiki personalities on Ability Dimension Hopper? Okay. Give me a phrase to say for all of them, so I can say it. What do we do now? What do we do now? And there's the what do we do now? And what do we do now? That's then I'm not doing it very good right now. I haven't warmed up my vocals, sorry. But and I think there's one more. What's the other one? It's weird, the cowboy. You're gonna be getting some more voices from him. Oh, there's Camo right there. They were just asking me to do my voices for the Kiki personalities in BT. I believe I mentioned why am I not typing this? I don't need to shorten it. Oh, the one where he's like, let's just all sit back, relax, and watch some Yacht Con Island. That one? I love that one. Yeah, it was just like how that happened was I recorded my voice or all the lines that he sent me in the first one I was ever in my normal voice. And then I was like, this is kind of boring. I kind of want to do something different. So I got all these ideas. So I sent him like 3 or 4 other ones. No, it was like, I think it was 3 other ones. And I'm like, here, you can just choose between them, whichever one you like the best. And he just ended up deciding to use all of them. And he just mixed them. So we gave him a mixed personality. And I really love the idea. And so hopefully you'll get to see some more soon from Kiki. And I plan on adding more voices to him, which I have in mind. He's got like a split personality. I still love the recommendation. I don't know if they're in here, but someone recommended that Camo do a episode where Kiki's like an antagonist and he's like the dude from Split, where he's got like so many different personalities and he like argues with himself. That would be amazing. Okay. What's this? Hopefully you will get enough different personalities for when Kiki gets his own episode and parodies Split, so that his hostages can turn Kiki's personalities against him. Exactly. I hope there will be enough as well. That would be really funny. I recommend Kiki's Split parody episode. Oh, you recommended it. There you go. So you're the recommender. I love that idea so much. I also suggested Ready Player 2 from Ability Dimension Hopper. Oh, yeah, that's the only one I haven't seen yet. I have to get back. Now that you reminded me, I'm going to go watch that. I don't even care about the spoilers anymore. I'm just going to go watch it. Y'all want to Discord after the stream? Maybe. I'll be, like, floating around on here. But, I have some stuff to talk to my sister about because there's that one comedy sitcom show I want to produce with my sister. We haven't written really anything about it recently, so I want to do that again. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I did hear about that. It's called The Pond. So, I do want to give another announcement. So while I am making a DI short film, I'm also making a canon Billy the Dimension Hopper spinoff where I revive every character that's died. I'm also making a canon Yakana Island series that works parallel to between season 1 and season 2 of Yakana Island, and I'm also doing a prehistoric island season 4. I can't keep a smile off my face. How old am I? That's TMI. I'm just kidding. I'm 18. How old are you? So I am legally an adult. I don't look like it, and I don't act like it. Go ahead and trash me for it, because I trash myself for it. Yeah, I'll do that too. You realize I was joking, right? Every single one of those are fake. Except one of them. One of them might be true. Might be. I'll let you guys decide. I can get the figures Matthew does. Yes, exactly. I'm going to have an Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just going to have DI, YI, PI, MI, what other good ones are there out there? There's so many other ones. Oh, Billy Dimension Hopper.
Bring down and help us bring the puppets back in.
Dang, he made me lose my train of thought. I'm almost 13 in 5 days. Oh, cool. Happy early birthday. Oh, you're 13. Cool. It was the Billy one. What? Oh, yes, I know. Oh, you mean you think that's the one? You're guessing it's the Billy one that's what I'm doing. Oh, gotcha. Now you're reminding me of that Mickey Mouse Photoshop with the franchises. Oh yeah, and the weird Infinity War trailer where he's got the Mickey Mouse face and he's got like DC in the middle of the thing. He's got like Disney, Fox, Sony, everything, and it's got DC in the middle. That was great. That was fantastic. Oh, yes. What do you do if you prefer the main antagonist to your main protagonist? What do you do if you prefer them? Like, if you like them better? I'm not sure exactly how you want how that question. That's a little misworded, but my favorite character for season 1 of Mesozoic Isle is Kate, the Carcharodontosaurus. So she's one of the antagonists for the series, or the season. I keep saying series instead of season. For the season. And she's my favorite character. Just because of the writing that went behind her. It may change, actually, because now that I've redesigned the show a lot, there's a lot of other really, really interesting characters. But I'm going to still just go with the Kate as my favorite right now. But she's an antagonist. She's just my favorite because of writing. I also really love Darkclaw inside Dinosaur Island Season 4. He's my favorite because of the writing. And as a writer, as a knowledgeable person of story writing and everything, I really appreciated the type of character he was. I was still like, I still rooted for main characters and stuff like that, and I sympathized with them. That's the important thing. As long as you get people to sympathize and root for them, then you're doing the right thing. I hope that answers your question. Now you're reminding me, and I've got 2 Infinity Stones so far. I'm working on a 3rd. What's the 3rd one you're going for? Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, Fox, Sony, DC. Did you know Marvel had the chance to buy DC in the 90s? Well, good for them that they avoided it and got Disney instead, or got Marvel instead. Good for them. Why, King Kaiju? Why? What do you do if people prefer main antagonist to... Wait. Oh, you spam that again. I really want to Google Hangout you guys, but I know you guys will just put me in timeout, so I won't. What? Okay. None of us like dislike hanging out with our fans. I mean, that our viewers. I mean, that's not something we do. A lot of us are like Gibson. He's really busy a lot, and I've been busying myself with a lot of crap lately. And, you know, it's like also it's just the thing. Like I try to, even if I do have free time, I'm gonna be honest with you here. I try to not engage with like too heavily in a specific fan unless they are like a friend or I know them. Because then as soon as I do that and I give them a chance, then so many other people come to me and start complaining and saying, why don't I get this? And I'm like, I can't possibly do that for everybody. So if I become someone's friend, then I'm more than happy to hang out with them. Like Fiasco Spino, the Prehistoric channel, so many other people on Discord. I just got to know them, and they're parts of like the website now and stuff like that, and I get to talk to them more. Delta Dromius and stuff like that. I talk to you, we become friends, then I'm willing to talk and stuff like that, because it's just like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like there's a lot of people watching the channel nowadays, and I can only imagine how difficult it is for people in the thousands of subscribers, because it's crazy how many people really want to hang out with me, and it's flattering, it really is, but I don't have enough time in the world to talk to everybody, you know. It's unfortunate. So that's why I like live streams. I can try to talk to everybody in one big session. I can try to connect with you guys as best as I can. I try to reply to comments as best as I can. But that's an easy way to contact everybody. It's really hard other than that. What do you know? Nope, did you just spam it a 3rd time? No, that's the 2nd one again. So I will work to be friends with you so I can get that special treat. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to sound like a terrible person because I don't think I am. I know I'm not. But I have to do this. Otherwise, like, we won't have anything that we are all here for anyways. We're here to, for me, make the videos. You guys watch the videos. If I waste my time doing everything else, then the whole reason that you guys watch me and the whole reason I make the videos is not there. What did it feel like to get 101 subscribers and be Kikizo 101? It was pretty cool. I think it was really short-lived, though. When it happened, I think I went up to 102 pretty fast after that. So that I didn't get to sit on it for too long, but it was really cool. It was definitely really cool. It was also cool to have 101 dislikes on the last stream. That's pretty cool. How far are you on the 4th of July special? That's a great question. Not very far. I haven't done too much work since the Mesozoic Isle, but since I can now have more time to work on it because I now have to wait for June 22nd to actually start filming now. That means I'm gonna have to start filming Mesozoic Isle like through the time that I would be finishing up editing both my 50-year anniversary video and my 4th of July special. So that's why, like, I'm gonna, I'm having so many brain farts, guys. I'm sorry. That's why I'm gonna start doing it now. That's why I'm gonna start working on it. It was originally gonna be like a 30-minute thing, but I don't have enough time to do that now. So I think I'm gonna shorten it, maybe down to 15 minutes, or like around what the other things were. And I'm probably gonna have to cut out a bunch of characters and stuff like that I had ideas in. And speaking of which, King Kaiju, I want him to be in it. I was gonna have voice actors in it. And I told you not to tell anybody about that, King Kaiju, but looks like you just threw it out there. It's my secret's safe with you. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do voice actors for this next one to see to mix it up. Hopefully, I'll even get to have Godzilla fan or Goji fan 1993 to voice act in it. He really wants to. He adores my specials. He thinks they're the most hilarious thing. So, yeah, my heart would melt if I could get him to do it. He really wants to. One idea for a character I had for my show was to have a character named Kenny, who always seems to have been killed by some dinosaur, but he always comes back. Parody of South Park. Okay, if your show's a funny thing, that makes sense. If it's not, I think it's in the wrong place. Like, Gibson and I were talking about this recently at Binoculsaurus. And it's like, you don't want to ever have it so it's like, you have like comedy and like things like and trolls and jokes and stuff inside of shows that are pointed to be serious. And also it gets really repetitive. Nobody believes if he's actually going to die, and nobody really cares after a point. So it can be detrimental to a character. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, no problem. So we're already at 47 minutes. We didn't get too many people in this stream, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure that's because I had delayed it so much, but I will end up ending it pretty soon, so I can go get working on other stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to fit some people in for a certain thing, but they're not going to be in it very big or very much, and they're people I can depend on for voice acting and already know stuff like that. People that have good mics and whatnot. But we'll see. Maybe eventually. I'd like to incorporate more people into them. It's called Mesozoic Morons. That's what the series is called of specials. But immediately after saying that on one of my streams, the Mesozoic Master stole that from me, so that felt pretty good. That's why I don't try to share too much of my stuff on live streams, because people just try to steal it. But no, I have never contributed to that. I've seen it a couple times, but I'm helping make my own website, not a wiki, but a website for Mesozoic or Prehistoric Archipelago, the series. But I've never contributed to that, no. We were going to do a wiki for Prehistoric Archipelago, but we decided it was going to be too ridiculous to have people messing around with it and stuff, so we decided we're just going to do a website so we have full control of everything that goes into the site. And we also want to play it off as being more of a realistic thing and less of a wiki. So that's what we're doing. That's cool. You know, he can continue to keep it because I wouldn't be able to keep you seriously. Take me seriously? Take, not keep. Oh yeah, take you seriously with a series called Mesozoic Morons. What do you mean? I am a comedian. I don't get what you mean. I have a lot of comedic stuff on my show. My avatar? Oh, you mean my profile picture? Kayakasaurus. He made that picture. It's of Kikizilla, the little plushie right there. Yeah, but Mesozoic Morons is a little series because it's like a comedy skit of a bunch of idiotic dinosaurs doing stupid things. So that's what the series is called because it fits it, and I think it sounds funny, and I thought it was a good name, and clearly someone else did too. But yeah. So it looks like the questions are dying down. Yet again, we're still like, I don't even think we hit 10 viewers on this one. I think my delay really took a hit on this, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just going to let you guys ask your last few questions here. I'm probably going to end it so I can get off to going to doing other things. Yeah, that would be funny, but I like Mesozoic Morons better. And plus, it kind of excludes certain characters that I'd want to add or something if I just did millennials. Really? This is one of your more favorite ones? Interesting. Why's that? Do you ever use Pivot Animator? No, I'm not a very good animator. I could definitely learn it and become one, but I don't have enough time, and I don't really have a drive to. I don't know. I just got recognized a lot more. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Fair enough. Alrighty. So, any last questions, guys? Mesozoic Isle series stuff. I don't know. Any suggestions on what what kind of like teasers you guys want from now on? Like the plot teasers, the synopsises for certain characters, or the like leaked reports that tell you of certain events that happened, and starts telling you like little bits of the story that you guys can kind of speculate on. I'm leaning towards that, but I want to know what you guys would think. Why did I call my channel Kikizilla101? That's a good question. My nickname in real life is Kikiriki. That means peanut in Bosnian, which my dad is Bosnian. So that was why I was nicknamed that. And because they gave me that nickname when I was about the size of a peanut in my mom's wound. So that's why that's my nickname. And so Kiki is the short thing for Kikiriki. And I loved Godzilla. My channel was going to be about Godzilla, so I did Kikizilla. And then the 101 part is a little interesting because at the time I had this certain friend who kind of like, at the time we all thought it was like kind of cool to have like random numbers, and 101 sounded cool to me. It was just like a cool number. I didn't really think at the time that 101 meant a class, like you know, math 101 or something like that, but kind of works now. I like it. But yeah, that's why that happened. So I just put Kikizilla 101 because it sounded cool, and it started 5 years ago. So that's how I remember it. I don't remember the exact things that went through my head because it's been so long, but yeah, that's why I have Kikizilla 101. My fave stream was the Super Hangout one, despite the fact that I wasn't able to join. That one was very, very fun. A leaked report sounds interesting. Awesome. Okay, so I'll do that from now on. Or some more of those. Or I'll start replacing these other ones with those. Can you make a spinoff of DI called Dinosaur Island Delinquents? That would be funny. Maybe I'll do like a sitcom episode of that inside my new series. I hope you guys will like that. It's gonna be like Billy Dimension Hopper, where I release an episode whenever I can, and it's not in seasons or anything like that, so it's just year long. And whenever my sister and I come up with a good idea for it. So, yeah. But that's I don't really want to release too much about it yet, but we have a whole idea in mind of what it's going to be like. We have the title, we have everything, general concept. We just have to start writing more of it, getting plots and where we kind of want to go with characters and build up with them over episodes. Ready Player 2 sounds like a real sequel. Yeah, right? 5 years ago, you had a high-pitched boy voice. Yes, I did, because I was really young. I was 13, but I was a late bloomer, so I hit puberty later in my life, around 16 or something like that. So, voice is still deepening. Why did you leave the Godzilla community? Was it absurd negativity towards the film, or did you just not like the film? You mean Shin Godzilla? It's a little bit of everything, really. It just became toxic. It usually spawns with a divide in the community, like with Star Wars. The prequels divided the community. Some people thought they were okay or good, and some people hated them. And then it continued over with the newer movies. It just reinvigorated it. So that's why the Star Wars community is so toxic. And I hear from all my friends that are in the Star Wars community that they hate it. So I'll take their word on it. I'm not there, so I'm not directly saying that. That's not from my personal experience. That's just the things I hear. From my experience, though, and I've been in this community for 4 years. The Godzilla community has become the same thing. It started with Godzilla 2014. Some people were like, it's not really that good, or it's got a lot of problems. So people there was debates around it. But that's just that was like the warm up. That was like foreshadowing the things to come. When Shin Godzilla came out, it was so drastic. You either loved that movie or you hated it, and the whole community was at war. If you let your opinion leave your mouth, you were shot by 1,000 bullets by the highest rapid-fire machine guns you could think of on the planet, and people were just would do the most terrible things. It was just terrible. Godzilla YouTubers fought against each other. Everything you could think of was just terrible. And I was like, I'm sick of it. I was at just under 200 subscribers, and it was hitting me. I was done. So I stopped it. I was like, I already at that point, I had considered leaving YouTube 3 separate points, and I had taken 3 big breaks, or 2 or 3 big breaks, but there's 3 separate points where I was like, I kind of want to just quit YouTube. And the final time, I was like, I lost my drive, and I thought I was going to quit. I did, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to try something different just because I feel like making a YouTube video, and I love certain parts of YouTube. And so I'm like, I'm going to do the other biggest thing, the thing that's actually been in my life longer than Godzilla, which is dinosaurs. And I was like, I'm just going to do my opinions on the new Safari figures. And I did. And then a bunch of people saw it. I just went on to the next one, and the next one, the next one, the next one. And yeah, I've been watching dinosaur community videos for a long time. Ever since like season 3 of Dinosaur Island, I've been like a little bit more active watching. But yeah, that's how I left the Godzilla community. It was just too much. And Shin Godzilla definitely put a sour taste in my mouth, especially considering that it came from the people who originally made Godzilla, and they made such a horrible adaptation, in my opinion. That made me pretty upset. So I probably won't have another phase where I'm actually really into Godzilla until the second Legendary Godzilla comes out, which will be Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019, March of 2019. So next year, I'll probably have a little phase where I go through a Godzilla thing. I'll probably react to some of the trailers and stuff, but I'm not going to switch back to a Godzilla channel. That's just not happening. I like this community way better. I have so many friends here. There's just no way I'm converting back. All right, good question, though. That was an excellent question. I still have a high-pitched boy voice. Fair enough. You'll get there eventually. You should watch Monster Island Buddies. I have watched Monster Island Buddies. Like I said, I've been in the Godzilla community for 4 years. Monster Island Buddies is hilarious. I've pretty much seen everything in the Godzilla community, except the new thing, which is really recent. Apparently, YouTubers and the Godzilla community now like to be like Keemstar and crap, and like to make and Leafy just bully other people and make stupid news videos. I don't get that, and I don't get why people have a drive to do that and watch those things. But it's a terrible thing for the community, and I hope this community never gets it. Shin Godzilla, I hated Shin. It was Ghostbusters 2016. Yeah, there you go. Did people who liked your channel for Godzilla content hate on your 2018 thoughts videos? No, I just didn't really see much of them come up, but a lot of people actually still watch my stuff and still enjoy it. I didn't even really lose that many subscribers, so I'm guessing they're either dead subscribers or they just don't really watch my stuff. They just don't watch my non-Godzilla stuff. They're just like waiting for Godzilla stuff to come back or something, or they legitimately like my new content. But like half of my subscriber base, just under half of my subscriber base, is still Godzilla stuff. So yeah, that's what I did accept. I changed from a cringy guy singing covers to a cringy guy making shows about handicapped giraffes sailing the seven seas and non-canon dinosaur archipelagos. Shameless plugs. But yeah, that's that. Is there any last questions, guys? We already hit an hour, so I do want to wrap it up. You liked the 2014 Godzilla better? Yeah, Miles. I love 2014. I hate Shin Godzilla. Very different. I have not watched all of Shin Godzilla. I do have to say that. I couldn't make it through it. I made it to 23 minutes, and I couldn't take anymore. I watched it with all of my siblings and my best friend, who is another Godzilla fan. His actual name is Godzilla Fan 40. He and I were watching it, and we made it to 23 minutes. We couldn't watch anymore. He ended up actually going back and rewatching it. I'm watching it to full, but I couldn't. I don't really have a desire to because I didn't like it. But Godzilla Fan or Goji Fan 1993 wants to have me watch it. So I'm gonna end up watching it with him, but I just hate pretty much everything about Shin Godzilla. Oh, that kind of answers your question right there. Spoiler: Shin Godzilla gets frozen. He then reverses all the trouble he causes. Okay. If I actually cared about that movie, I'd be mad, and I'm kind of upset you didn't even ask. But if I cared, but either way, I don't care because I've already spoiled it for myself. Despite the fact that there's only 2 minutes of Godzilla, there is not 2 minutes of Godzilla. That's a really faulty complaint. I get why some people complain about it, but there's actually about 15 minutes of Godzilla in that movie, which is more Godzilla than you see in a lot of the Japanese ones. So I can understand people hating on it for other reasons, but that one is just a stupid complaint in my opinion. That's about it for Meso. When the stream ends, you guys can see me on Discord. Cool. And 30 minutes of the Mutos. There was about 19 minutes or something like that of the Mutos, which I'm fine with because it built him up like a legend, and like this myth, and so it was really cool. Did you bring in 30 Cross? No, not yet. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm live streaming. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting off right now.
We're doing it now.
Okay. So yeah, there's like 19 minutes of that, but it's too much like camo. What do you mean? Whoever just came in. He sounded like camo? My dad? Is such a thick accent. But yeah, I guess there's no more questions, so I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go get them the laundry, and then I'll get started on the other things I wanted to do. Poor audio. I don't think it was poor. Maybe it's just because it's focusing closer up. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys all for watching. It was very nice of the few of you who did join in. This wasn't too packed of a stream, but I did get to most of your guys' questions, or actually all of them. So I do want to thank you guys for the questions you guys did provide. You actually did manage to allow the stream to run for over an hour, so that's awesome. Tortifort is okay. He's possibly my favorite Godzilla design and by far the most badass. Yeah. That makes sense. See ya, Kiki. This was fun. Thank you. It was fun. All right, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.